Hello, podcast listeners. Back so soon. Just to reintroduce myself, I'm Ashley, the Civilian Marksmanship Program's writer and now podcast host. Hopefully, we'll be spending more and more time together as we continue to get these podcasts out on a regular basis. I like doing them, and hopefully you like listening. As I've said in the past, we have so many things going on, we certainly aren't at any shortage of topics. So as long as you all are out there, we'll do our best to keep informing you of what we have going on. And we certainly appreciate you being here. One big note, and then I want to jump right into this podcast because we're covering something very exciting as we introduce a new to us, match in our competition lineup. But before that, junior athletes who may be listening, just a reminder that the deadline for our CMP scholarships is March 31st. That'll be here before you know it, so don't miss out on your chance to earn one of the $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, or even $20,000 scholarships we're awarding this year. Learn more and register today through our website, www.thecmp.org. It's simple and extremely worthwhile, so be sure to check it out. Okay, so anyway, let's get right into it. In this podcast, I talked with CMP's pistol coordinator, Jim Henderson, who gives us details into the Bianchi Cup, an action pistol event that's been around since 1979 and was recently acquired by the CMP. We'll be running the match May 23rd to the 26th, 2023 at the Green Valley Rifle and Pistol Club in Missouri. A brief history of the event. It was created by World War II Marine veteran and law enforcement officer Ray Chapman, along with famous holster maker, Major General of the California National Guard, and Hollywood cowboy John Bianchi. The two were looking for an event that combined International Practical Shooting Confederation, also known as IPSC, police pistol combat, and precision pistol shooting styles. And so, the Bianchi Cup was born. It went on to become internationally recognized by top athletes from around the world, helping to create one of the fastest growing disciplines in the action shooting community. Matches within the Bianchi Cup include a practical event, where competitors fire at distances from 10 yards to 50 yards under varying time limits from the shooting line, a barricade event, where individuals fire at targets on either side of a barricade at different distances and time limits, a falling plate event, where competitors fire at 8-inch round steel plates arranged in banks of 6 at distances from 10 to 25 yards, again under varying time limits, and a moving target event, which sees competitors firing from within shooting boxes at distances ranging from 10 to 25 yards at a target moving from left to right, with the target exposed for 6 seconds. The Bianchi Cup has been held at the Green Valley Rifle and Pistol Club through the entirety of the event's existence, and we here at the CMP are very grateful to the members for their hard work over the years and for their support as we transition to a new era for the match. CMP's interest in the Bianchi Cup is part of a move towards more action pistol events in our competition lineup. For those who may not know, action pistol is a segment of the pistol world that is exactly as it sounds, incorporating action, movement, with shooting accuracy in various competitive settings. It's not only challenging and fun for the competitor, but also an exciting spectacle for onlookers to enjoy. The addition of action pistol into CMP's schedule is just one example of how our staff members are putting their energies towards expanding the pistol program. At the center of that is, of course, our podcast guest, Jim Henderson. I caught up with him while he was visiting our CMP headquarters, located at Camp Perry in Ohio, where we hold the annual national matches each year. Jim, a former member of the U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit Pistol Team and an individual who's been part of the marksmanship community for around 35 years or so, garnering several accolades, including numerous national records that still stand today. If you want to learn more about Jim, take a listen to our Pistol Podcast episode we ran back in 2021. He's without a doubt a heavy hitter in the pistol world, currently working as the pistol manager at the Cardinal Shooting Center in Marengo, Ohio, along with his position within the CMP. And we are privileged and thrilled to have him as part of our team as he works to enhance our ever-growing pistol program. Jim came on board at the behest of CMP's program's chief, Christy Sewell, who, like Jim, has been around the marksmanship community for decades. Jim goes more into her role in recruiting him to the CMP, his collaboration with Assistant Chief Operating Officer Greg Rains to enhance events, and the Bianchi Cup. Let's do this. Here's Jim Henderson as he tells us all about CMP's new Bianchi Cup action pistol event. All right, Jim, we talked to you on an earlier podcast, and you're back. And I know some may have listened to that, but for those who haven't listened, can you maybe just give a brief history of your background and how you got to the CMP and all that?
Sure. I've been a competitive pistol shooter for about 35 years. I won the President's 100 9 times. I hold the match record for that. I won the National Trophy Individual match here at Camp Perry 4 times, and I hold the record for that. And I'm the only person to complete the national matches Triple Crown, which is winning the President's 100, the National Trophy Individual, and then being the high team shooter among all team shooters, and doing that all in the same year. And I did it twice in 2002, 2009. Plus, I was on the AMU team for several years. I did two trips there. So, done some things, had some fun.
In short history, yeah, did a couple things. Great. And then how did you get involved with the CMP?
I've known Christy since I started shooting, since she started here at CMP 5 years ago, I guess. I've always been good friends, and I've always enjoyed the CMP and how they did things, and I always thought it would be cool to work here. And then I finally retired, and her and my wife started scheming. I think the ultimate plan was to get us to move up here to Port Clinton, but we found a great house down in Marengo, and it just kind of felt like the place to stay. And so now I commute back and forth once a week, but I'm here all the time in spirit for sure. But yeah, I think Christy's been trying to get me to work here since I retired.
Yeah, Christy Sewell, our programs chief, she's good at that. She's got a little way of convincing you to do some things, doesn't she?
Yep. Yep.
And talk about Marengo a little bit. What are you doing down there?
I'm the pistol manager at the Cardinal Shooting Center. It's probably one of the largest ranges in the country. On the pistol side of the house, we've got a 100-yard range set up for bullseye, silhouette pistol, small bore rifle, you name it. Then we've got 30. I want to say we have 32 action pistol bays, different configurations, and we run a daily range Thursday through Sunday, 9 to 5 there as well. We've got a brick and mortar store that's soon to be done. That's been a long project, but I think we're finally in the home stretch. On the shotgun side of the house, they've got 2 sporting clays courses. The trap line's a mile long. They've got 15 or 16 skeet houses as well. So we've got pretty much anything you want to do shooting except for high power rifle. We just haven't got there yet.
There's time. You'll get there.
Yeah, there's always time, right?
All right. So then you came on to CMP in February of 2020. Mm-hmm. It's been a couple of years since then. So what are some things that you've implemented into CMP's pistol program since you came on board?
I think the biggest thing is probably the new action pistol program. We're sanctioning everything from Bianchi style shooting to PCC, 2-gun, 3-gun. We're going to work towards all of that stuff. Since I'm a service pistol guy, I always had a lot of opinions on how the national matches should go, and the CMP didn't do a 2700 before 2020, and then we got skunked because of COVID in 2020. So 21 was our first year, and I made some changes that I thought made sense. And it's always one of those where you never please everybody, right? But I think we're moving in the right direction. This year we've made some big changes, going down to 2 ranges, 3 relays if we need them, that kind of stuff. So I encourage everybody to check out the new national matches schedule for this year. Rule books for service pistol, action pistol. Gary Anderson and I built the action pistol one up basically from ground zero, taking the NRA, the existing action pistol program, our rules, and going from there, using those as kind of a well, if we do this, then it's probably going to be a good thing. So we really looked to make those rules functional and more along the lines of what the CMP does.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got more? Got more for us?
No, I was just going to say I get I get I get the accolades all the time of, oh, you did this, you did that, and it really doesn't happen without everybody else in this office up here. It's amazing the amount of work that everybody puts into this stuff that they don't normally get a nod for. So I'm going to take my little chance to tell everybody if they see somebody that does the behind the scenes stuff here, give them a thanks, because it's ridiculous the amount of stuff that goes on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Lots of hard work that goes into what we do, especially the national matches. That's something that the work almost begins immediately after the national matches are over, getting ready for the next one.
Yep. It's 2 solid months of competition up here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep. Lots of good stuff. And I know that you've, as you said, passionate about service pistol, passionate about pistol in general, and are really trying to do some things to build that program. We have great pistol competitors as it is, but there's always more we can do. The sport's always changing. So it's great that you've got your sights set on continuing that program into the future. Yeah.
It's my passion, really. I mean, I love all pistol shooting, but bullseye's kind of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we could ever get free pistol back popular in the country, I'd just be ecstatic. But little steps, one at a time.
Yep, goals.
Yep.
So let's go back and talk about the Bianchi Cup a little bit, since that's like you said, trying to build that action pistol program as much as we can. Mm-hmm. So what is the Bianchi Cup, and what is the history behind that match?
So it's the longest running action pistol match at about 40 years. It's always been at Green Valley. It's a very historical combination of not only prestige but definitely skill. As the match is really kind of a combination of all the pistol disciplines, from precision to action. You've got the practical event, and you go from 10 to 50 yards, shooting at a target, paper target or a cardboard target. There's a 10, an 8, and a 5 ring, and there's an X ring, a 10, an 8, and a 5 ring. So the the mistakes get amplified pretty quick, and they most competitors go to prone on all of these events except the barricade at 15 yards. Which then we have the barricade event, and basically that's simulating cover. So you're firing from behind the barricade. In the open class, you can use the barricade within your grip. All the other classes, metallic, production, and then production optics, you can use it as support, but you can't include it in your grip. So it's a little bit different. And then we have the plates. Each plate hit is a 10 and an X. So if you miss a plate, not only are you down 10 points, but you're down 1X too. So the plate seems to be the falling plate event seems to be the most pressure packed, at least from what I've watched. People are very, very intent on making sure they shoot a clean across that course, because 10 points in that game and you're basically out of it. You got to hope somebody else misses one too. And then you go to the mover, which in my mind, for me, is probably the hardest event. I've only shot it once. I've always wanted to shoot the Bianchi Cup, but I never got a chance. Just as I was retiring, AMU was spinning up their action team to start shooting that, and I kind of missed the boat a little bit on that one, but eventually, once things calm down, I may give it a shot in the next couple of years just to understand exactly what's going on. But I've watched a lot, and I think honestly, in my shooting career, I've learned more by watching people than anything else. But anyway, so you have the moving target event, and that's from 10 to 25 yards, and you shoot a mover, and it's covering 60 feet in 10 seconds. So it's not super fast, but it's not very slow either. And you definitely have to be on it. You have to understand what you're doing. And in the open game, there's a lot of equipment to it. You can put different type of a moving base on your optic sight that helps put the lead into the sight. So you just look and aim center mass. But then you get to production, and it is basically iron sights, and you're doing it all off of force of will. So you really got to be aware of what you're doing. There's tons of videos out there for them. I suggest if anybody wants to check it out that think they may want to try this, go look at the videos, start asking at your local club. It's a really, really fun match. And it's fun to watch too. It's not just fun to shoot.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. So no makeup shots.
Nope, no makeup shots, no alibis. If your gun doesn't run, that's a terrible thing. But we'll see you next year.
Wow.
You're not disqualified or anything. There is no alibis, as like in Bullseye. You have an alibi. You get one chance to make that string up, but that's not the case here in action.
Wow. Sounds so interesting. I'm really excited that we're getting into this. It's like you said, something fun to watch. I would love to be there and just see it all take place.
Like I said, I think free pistol. I know free pistol is my most favorite pistol to shoot. I think because it is the hardest, and it's shooting a 10 with that is more rewarding than anything else I've ever done. But it's not very fun to watch at all. Not even a little bit. But with the action sports, it is very fun to watch. Everything's dynamic. You're moving. There's stuff going on, and there is really a lot to take in.
It's in the name, action pistol. Lots of action going on. Very cool.
Yep.
So the Green Valley Rifle and Pistol Club there in Missouri has really been a part of this match for a very long time. And now the CMP is taking over this match. How did the CMP come to acquire this match?
It really just kind of happened by chance. I was talking to a friend, and then he said, "Well, hold on," and we started talking to another friend, and then next thing you know, we're talking to the club, and they were very interested. Just in the fact of what the CMP can bring to the table as far as footprint and social media stuff, like you do, and you do it very well, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
All of those things that we can do as the CMP that Green Valley just wasn't. They're not big enough to do it. They don't. I mean, everybody there is a volunteer. It's a full-time job, as you well know, trying to get the word out about anything. So I think once we approached them, they were very happy to get involved, and it was a pretty easy no-brainer. I was surprised at how easy it went, honestly. I thought there would be more pushback, but like I said, sometimes the universe just goes, "Yep, this is the right thing to do."
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's such a prestigious match in this section of pistol, and getting the chance to, like you said, get the word out about it more and get more people involved and really try to grow this event. So kind of talked about this a little bit, but what kind of competitors should consider signing up for the Bianchi Cup?
Anyone, honestly. If you're interested in shooting, like you said, look up the videos, see if it's something that you're interested in doing. If you don't have a lot of money to start out with, I'd say start with production. And basically, that is an out of the box gun. It can be accurized to a point. And there's not a lot of stuff that goes into it. I mean, it has to be a production gun, a production holster. You have to come up and out of the holster instead of, say, like an open gun is more just kind of a cradle for the gun, and you are coming out from the front of it, which is a lot faster. But for production, I'd say that's the perfect place to start. If you've got your stock Glock that you use for your concealed carry, you can shoot that, and it's any skill level. I would say that you should probably be proficient with whatever gun you're going to bring out there, just so that you don't want to come all that way and then get DQ'd for something silly like a safety violation or whatever. Not the safety silly, but it's a minor thing to get disqualified for.
Right.
Yeah. Any level of competitor.
So you don't have to, win certain matches or anything like that to make it to the Bianchi Cup. You can just.
Nope. CMP doesn't really believe in like an invitation only kind of thing. That's not what we're about. Our competitions are open to everyone. And again, as long as they're safe, we like everybody to show up. That would be great.
And as you've mentioned before, the Bianchi Cup is part of our action pistol program that we're really working to grow here. Could you talk about what the CP has planned for that branch of pistol competition in the future?
Yeah, we're looking at doing all kinds of different aspects of the sport. Like I said, 2-gun, 3-gun, which you can do pistol and shotgun and rifle, pistol, rifle, shotgun, you name it. And the courses of fire are pretty much open to the imagination of the match director. And I think there are some disciplines like a steel challenge where it's a very set, the array of targets. They're set in one particular place, and that's where you'll find them everywhere you go. But if you shoot, say, on the USPSA side of the house, everything is kind of situationally driven. There's not a lot of this stage at this match look the same as that same number stage at another match. So there's a lot of difference to it, and it's fun. It makes you think. It makes you, how would I engage these targets kind of thing. We're looking at a lot of stuff, honestly. Greg Rains and I just got back from SHOT Show and talked to a lot of people, got some really good ideas. We're looking at everything from range grants to a portable range, like we do for our games matches, where we bring in the targets, set them up, shoot the match, scoop everything back up, and take it home. Honestly, as long as it shows that we're promoting marksmanship and we're trying to spread this thing out throughout the country, which honestly, I think there's only about 6 places that you can shoot a mover in the country. And I'd really like to change that.
Yeah, it sounds like an exciting sport, and kind of different from all the other competitions you can do. Like you said, a little more movement, a little more, again, action.
Well, it's something that the CMP has always done was the precision kind of iron sight driven sports from service rifle on down, and then the scopes came into service rifle, and then CMP took over doing 2700s. So we're evolving, but we were kind of staying in that same precision bullseye kind of side of the house. And honestly, if we want to keep growing, we've got to start looking at where the people are going that are shooting the matches. If they're going towards the more action sports, then that's what we need to start doing as well.
It's great. Yeah, how fun. Move into some other avenues.
It is a lot of fun, especially seeing a lot of the behind the scenes going, man, we've never done this before, but this is kind of cool, and they're excited about it.
Yeah. Lots to be excited about.
And
along those lines, what else you got for us? Anything else in the works in the pistol program?
Like I said earlier, there's been some significant changes for the national matches this year, moving down to 2 ranges. Hopefully that will help people not have as much travel time in between, say, team matches and their individual matches and that kind of stuff. Scheduling, the actual match schedule, the check-in, registration. There's going to be what I hope to be a lot of positive feedback from this, because I really think it's not only does it help the stats side of it, makes it a little bit less chaotic for us, but hopefully it also the competitors feel like it's working better for them too.
Yeah. All right, Jim. Well, thank you for all this information on the Bianchi Cup and the pistol program in general. If anyone has any questions on any of that, where should they turn?
You can always email me at jhenderson@dcmp.org, or you can go to the website, www.thecmp.org, and hit the compete drop down, and you'll see the Bianchi Cup over on the right hand column of items.
All right. Thank you again, Jim. Good luck, and can't wait to see how the Bianchi Cup turns out.
Yeah, me too. See everybody May 23rd to the 26th. Should be fun.
I've got to say, I'm pretty excited about this new match and this new venture into action pistol. As Jim said, the Bianchi Cup is full of prestige, and we are thrilled here at the CMP to not only continue its notability, but to increase awareness of the match and the discipline itself. So if you're interested in attending the Bianchi Cup, as Jim said, visit the CMP website at www.thecmp.org and look for the Bianchi Cup title under the CMP Pistol Program heading in the Compete dropdown on our homepage. And be on the lookout for more action pistol events outside of the Bianchi Cup at our Talladega Marksmanship Park in Alabama and within future endeavors. Again, the Bianchi Cup is set to kick off May 23rd to the 26th at the Green Valley Rifle and Pistol Club. We hope to see you all in Missouri. As always, if pistol isn't your thing, we have several other opportunities for you in March and the spring months that include indoor airgun matches at our permanent ranges in Alabama and Ohio, upcoming outdoor rifle competitions at Camp Perry, as well as monthly shotgun and 3D archery events at Talladega. Talladega is also hosting quarterly rifle and pistol matches, with the next scheduled in mid-May. And don't forget about a few of our other big events coming soon that include our Eastern CMP Games and high power matches in North Carolina, set to take place at the end of April, as well as our Camp Perry Open in May, featuring airgun and small bore. The small bore portion of that event is being held on electronic targets for the first time in the match's history, so we're very excited about that. Check out our website for more details and registration info for all these matches and more. Oh, and have you maybe heard of a tiny event we put on called the National Matches? Yeah, we're doing that again in July and August too. And believe it or not, that's only a few months away already, so start planning for that if you haven't already. Many, many fun things happening at the CMP, and many thanks to all of you for your support as we work to create even more opportunities for you and, hopefully, for those who have yet to discover the positive challenges and enjoyment of the sport. Until next time, stay safe out there.